neighbors came all running down, and all the men started running around getting water hoses and hooking them together.
Reaction to another case of arson in Port Arthur. This was the 7th deliberately set fire in less than 2 weeks. And tonight, Port Arthur firefighters are on the scene of an 8th fire. Good evening. I'm Bill Leger. Kelly is off tonight. Firefighters are trying to contain flames burning a vacant home in the 2900 block of Rosedale. The fire was reported just minutes ago. Part of the vacant home has now collapsed. 6-shooter LD Ray is heading to the scene of what police believe is the 8th case of arson in less than 2 weeks. A fire last night destroyed a vacant home in the Lakeview area, the same part of town as the previous fires. Neighbors tell 6 News anchor Ashley Gaston they're worried about their property and their safety.
This is becoming a familiar scene in Port Arthur. Fire pouring out of a home. Firefighters using water to put out the flames.
It was scary, but just thank God the wind blowing in the other direction.
And neighbors watching in disbelief. Kevin Hebert lives next door to the vacant house that burned late Sunday night in the 1000 block of Trinity in Port Arthur.
I opened the front door and let my dogs out to go outside for a minute and looked over, and it was blazing pretty good.
Hebert called 911 and then grabbed a garden hose. He worked with neighbors to keep the flames from spreading to his house and his neighbor's house.
Had people helping us, man, and everybody pulled together and did what they could.
The extra hands kept Hebert's house safe, but despite their efforts, the heat melted the siding on his neighbor's house.
But I feel sorry for the gentleman there.
Investigators say vacant homes that have been red tagged have been a recent target for arsonists, which is why authorities encourage neighbors to keep a watchful eye for anything unusual.
People in the neighborhood are always our best source of information. I mean, they know who's supposed to be in the neighborhood, who's not supposed to be in the neighborhood.
Paul Washburn is the assistant fire marshal. He says investigators are following up a few leads in the fires that have destroyed 6 homes and a vacant apartment complex. All in the Lakeview area, on Brazos, Trinity, 12th, and Pecos. Fires that began at the end of May and haven't stopped.
We can't always be everywhere at all times.
Police and firefighters are doing more patrolling in the area. They hope the extra manpower and tips from neighbors will put an end to the fires before someone gets hurt. In Port Arthur, Ashley Gaston, KFDM 6 News.
Fire investigators need your help in stopping the rash of fires. You can call the state arson hotline number at 1-877-4-FIRE-45. You will not be asked for your name, and if the information you provide leads to an arrest, you could be eligible for a cash reward. We'll have more on the latest fire on Rosedale, which is firefighters are battling at this moment.